Today on Car Traction we are at Oulton Park once again for TunerFest North, quite a large event. We'll be seeing all sorts of JDM cars, and one of the main things here, there are other sort of series such as Time Attack Championship, but one of the main things here is the Drift Pro Championship, which sees all sorts of crazy modified cars such as this BMW competing in doing some form of drifting. I don't know quite how it's sort of scored. That's one of the Time Attack cars. That looks like an Evo to me. Well, yeah, there's a lot here, so I'll have a quick look around the drift paddock first, and then I'll just have a look around the main paddock. E46 here. It's got like a sort of weird colour flip paint job, and beyond that is a Toyota Chaser. That should sound good. Quick look at the interior of the E46, got the quick release handbrake there. All very stripped out in here, isn't it? I believe this is another Chaser here, with its engine on show. These things look properly leery. Crazy modified turboed engines. Over here we've got a Nissan Silvia. I believe this is another Silvia, but the earlier shape. Those wide arches do look good, don't they? With that spoiler. JDM cars aren't my best thing, but I can identify a few of them. If you have any history with these, please let me know in the comments, or if I'm getting anything wrong, please let me know. This one's got its engine on show. It's quite the engine, isn't it? Right. Quite the engine. That shiny big spoolie boy there. It's quite a thing. Another drifting Silvia's engine on show, with another huge turbo. Not quite sure what this one is. Please let me know in the comments. Yeah, I'm not brilliant with my JDM cars. That's a weird effect on the... I presume that's a cam cover. I'll have a quick look at the interior of this one. Once again, all very stripped up with the quick release handbrake there for drifting purposes. More crazy upgraded engines are on show here. Another one over here, I believe this is a R33 GTR, I think. Looks like that sort of thing. All very cool with the Monster Energy. Removable steering wheel hanging off the top there, and over here we've got another Silvia. More tuner car and JDM goodness in the form of this Silvia, I believe. Love the wide arches in this one. These things are cool, aren't they? And what have we got over here? I believe a BMW 1 Series. Interesting to see that they're not Japanese. You can also see the angle of the tyre turning demonstrated. And of course, for drifting purposes, you need to be able to turn that far to get properly sideways. That's a bit of an interesting one to see. Another BMW over here in the form of this E36. Another crazy upgraded car. Something else in there? I don't think that's a drift car, but it's a GT86. I believe this is a 350Z. So that one's supercharged, wow. Refreshing to see a non-turbo car actually. Supercharger is a bit more interesting to me. What have we got over here then? Another E36. Next to a strange Lancia type hatchback. This is a bit of an interesting thing. Don't even know what it is. I'll have to have a quick look around the back. Never seen one like this before. Can't see anything on the back. That's an interesting thing. Left-hand drive. Look at that crazy interior. There's a speedo round about there. You probably just can't see it because of the reflections, but that's a weird thing, isn't it? I always love looking around the main pit garages. I believe the Time Attack cars will be over here, so I'll definitely have a quick look around here. What have we got going over here? Quite a few people are crowding around something. Running up something. I can see an Evo over there. Not even sure what that is. Is it a Praga or something? Yeah, it's a Praga, that one. What a spaghetti of an engine that is. There's also a Seat and an Evo. I like the Evo, but everybody's crowding around this Praga running up. Hadn't seen this wonderful Evo 4 parked up. I think it's an Evo 4. I'll have to have a look around the back. Do like the Evos. On the seats, this one says it's a Tommy Mackinnon edition. Don't know what that means. I'm not too keyed up on these. Got, of course, the Rally Art spoiler. Tommy Mackinnon was one of the Evo rally drivers. Yeah, I thought it was. It makes sense, actually. It's not as if he's going to be like an Audi driver and they made an Evo about it. I like to call that a foot-size exhaust because you can probably fit your foot in it.
Size 11.
Yes.
That's how you measure exhaust.
Over here we have a Subaru, an M4 and a GTR. You can just see over there in front of an Audi TT. More Japanese goodness over here. We got this wonderful early shaped Subaru next to a crazy Evo. Look at the rear diffuser on that, wow. I really like this 205, definitely one of the older cars competing in the time attack here. That's really, really cool, that. Get out of the way, this post thing out of bricks. Once again, absolutely massive diffuser at the back. That is very, very cool. Looking forward to seeing that on track. I think I can see a BMW 3 Series hiding behind the various others. Yeah, that looks like a 3 Series to me. In the main paddock is what looks to be a sort of 90s touring car in the form of this Alfa Romeo 155. This is a cool thing. One of the older cars there today. You can tell I like the older things, can't you? Though I don't really consider this sort of car to be old, but that's just me. Yeah, Alfa Romeo 155. Looks a bit like a 90s touring car a bit, doesn't it? And next to that is a BMW E36. That's very, very shiny. This one's not quite as shiny, no. Maybe looks like it's been used for a rally car at some point or some sort of rally-esque hill climb type thing, but yeah, that's very cool, isn't it? Got the extra little winglets there as well. This MG is definitely a bit of a rare sight. I believe this is the X-Power. Crazy rare thing. You really don't see these racing seats, racing spoiler wheels, all sorts. SVR it's called. Yeah, you really don't see these that often. Very, very rare car. I'd imagine worth quite a lot as well. I think it's powered by something like a V8, yeah. Interesting steering wheel there as well, but look at those vents there, carbon fibre dotted around this car. Very, very interesting spot. Now I think I'll have a quick look around the show parking area. I won't look at everything, but I'll have a look at most things. So over here we've got this bright yellow Evo, also rally art prepped. I believe that's the R34 shape, maybe not a GTR, I'm not sure. Wow, that looks so good on those wheels. Over here there's an R32 GTR, probably my favourite JDM car out of the lot. This one's got some sort of body kit as well. Looks maybe like a bit of a drift car as well. A few stickers there. Loose handbrake as well. That's definitely had a lot of work done to it. Vents that do indeed vent as well. Beyond that is an R33, the generation after the R32. Nice little comparison between the two. This one's also got some really nice looking rims. All very, very shiny here. A Mark IV Supra. So that's running a lot of power. Of course with the iconic, incredibly tunable 2JZ engine in there. Ford Focus RS. There's the Skyline. Another huge foot-sized exhaust. There's the RS. A few more hatchbacks. I like this. I'm not even quite sure what it is. I'm sorry, Japanese car enthusiasts. I'm not really good at this sort of thing. I'm not quite sure. I'm sure it's some sort of early Nissan or something, but please let me know in the comments if you know. There's also an R8 over there, a GTI Golf, 1 Series BMW. That's a real C over here, and amongst us all a very clean Fiesta. Colour flip paint job on the Audi. The iconic Mark IV Supra is parked next to a very modified looking Honda S2000. That looks really good. Got a GTI and a very strange windscreen on the BMW M4. Oh, a Mark with MX-5. That's definitely a bit of me there. All sorts of hatchbacks. I'll mainly focus on the saloon cars. Very interesting. I presume that's a wrap. Yeah, it will be. On the M4 and the old Honda. Another Mark IV Supra with 2JZ on show. A huge turbo on that. I'll have a quick look inside. This one's also got a somewhat racy interior. It's incredible the amount of money and work that goes into these. I do like the Mark IV Supra. I know it's a bit obvious, but yeah, I do quite like them. Especially with sort of crazy power. Something like, I think you can tune it to about like 1,000 plus. Really, really sort of crazy speeds. Over here we've got a very smart looking Subaru in black. A Renault Clio V6. Rear engined, of course, with the twin exhaust at the back. Next to that is an Opel Kadett. I do like this. I saw this coming in earlier. I do like these sort of 80s, 90s hatchbacks that look. It's been done well, hasn't it? Yeah, they do. It does look good, doesn't it? Oh, it's got the. Well, I don't know if it's original, but it's got an old Vauxhall sticker. I'm going into dad mode here. Also got the registration original to the glass original to the car because the registration's the same. That was a real old classic car moment. Plenty MX-5s here, starting off with this purposeful looking Mark III, perhaps not as purposeful as that Mark III, also known as the NC generation of the MX-5. That's a proper race car, isn't it? Yeah. Very, very cool. Next to that is a blacked out Mark I, also with the removable racing steering wheel. Wow, that's somewhat different to us.
There's a supercharger hung off the side there.
Is it? Oh, well, I hadn't noticed that. Wow. That's a pretty crazy thing. I'm sure that's a lot of fun. Over here's a very, very clean looking Mark II with, don't know what the rims are called, but they look very, very good on it. And then we have a lifted 2000 Mark II MX-5. Well, wow, that's a bit different. I don't know if could be that it's a Mark II MX-5 body placed on another chassis, but nevertheless, whatever's been done to it, it's had a crazy amount of work done to it to get it like that. A load of jerry cans on the top as well. The exhaust as well, wow. No expense spared on this build. Right, what have we got over here? Another MX-5, another MX-5. Another MX-5, another, so many MX-5s. Anyway, we've got this Mark IV here, the most recent one. I presume the most fastest, stock, like, unmodified, is probably the fastest out of the generations. That looks pretty good lowered, doesn't it? I've always said that the Mark 1s look good lowered. He's got his bonnet very slightly open. There's a Mark II with its engine on show. Loads more MX-5s over here. A matte black Mark 1 next to a Mark 4 and another Mark 1. Oh, we got a yellow one over here, same colour as our California. Is it a California? Let's have a look on the little plaque. Ah, it is.
254.
254 out of 300. What's that? It's 272. Oh, right, yeah. Oh, so it's actually a proper MX-5. Ah, that's cool.
It's a UK market car, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of them are UNOSs, aren't they? This one's had quite a few modifications done to it. Perhaps more quietly, though. It's outrageous, you could say. Some of the other ones just maybe some different wheels. Then we got another Mark 1 with its engine semi on show with the bonnet sort of half open. This one also lowered in matte black. Another racing steering wheel. Seen a lot of those today. Wicker basket on the Mark III. This MX-5 section is quite substantial, the main ones being the Mark 1s. A bit of information about this one, that's the UNOS Roadster. As I said, quite a few of them are the UNOSs and not the Mazda MX-5, the UK market ones, the UNOS having the wooden rimmed steering wheel. Another very, very good looking Evo 5 with the foot size exhaust once again. Yeah, they do look good, don't they? Especially the Rally Art, I believe. That's like the Rally Prep, the company that Rally prepped them or something. I'm not really sure, but yes, very, very good. A few things over here. We've got this RX-8 who's drawn a small crowd due to its revolutions. Rotary engine, of course, in there. And over here is something very, very different, a Jaguar XJ40. This is a very different car. Automatic, of course. Executive saloon. It's a very, very interesting spot. What's over here then? A crazy wide body Mazda. Hadn't seen this one before. Is this a Mark III? I have to have a look around the front. I think it's a Mark II actually, but wow. Oh no, I was right. This is a Mark III, I believe. This one's 2006, still normally aspirated. That differs to a lot of them. We've got this UK market MX-5, 1996. Also had some upgrades in there with a racing steering wheel. Popular, these racing steering wheels, aren't they? There's another racing steering wheel on this Mark II as well. They're everywhere. Limited edition Mini over here. I believe this is the Mini 30. Ah yes, 30 years of the Mini. Very fun little car, I'm sure. Yeah, there you are, Mini 30. Looks good with those wide arches. I've been told, yes, there's a Toyota Century or something like that over here. This is a different thing to be seeing here. Wow. A lot of these have been modified, but this one is, well, it looks relatively unmodified. Still got this automatic gearbox in there. Very, very clean. And that's how high RX-8s can rev. Rotary engines really are crazy things, aren't they? Something like 9,000 RPM, red line. Ah yes, Century. This is a crazy sounding thing. That was the one that they were crowding around. According to that little badge, this is a V12, wow. Oh yes. Wait, is there a car phone in the front? Oh, there's not a car phone. So many revs. Wow, that's
plush.
Very executive, isn't it?
Very plush.
Wow. I'm shocked there isn't a car phone. I was hoping a car phone in the front there. Yeah, the sort of thing that the man in the suit behind would phone his business, high business sort of people to negotiate deals with while he's being driven around New York. Beyond the slammed Audi is a very, very clean looking R34. This was the 4th generation, I think, of the Skyline. Well, yeah, the R31, R32, R33, yeah, so 4. This is the R34, the newest one being the R35, released a couple of years ago. A foot-sized exhaust again. That RX-8 is very loud. I like this Nova here, looking very good on the Speedline wheels. 2-litre SR engine, just reading off the back there. As the RX-8 continues to provide revolutions. With the sociable engine. Also got this V12 Lamborghini, something a bit different. Very interesting looking car, isn't it? All very angular. All wind cheating, isn't it, really? This is the Aventador S, I believe, this one. Can't see the interior, I don't know why I bothered zooming in there, but look at those air intakes. Wow, all very crazy, isn't it? Over here, something slightly older, Peugeot 205 GR. That looks good on those steel wheels, doesn't it, actually? Very, very clean. Most of their cars today have just been uber washed and soaped, haven't they? A noble M12 GTR over there, seen that one a few times around. And over here is a 911 SC. I do like the shape of these Porsches. This is the turbo shape. I'm not sure this one's actually a turbo, but this is the sort of shape that the 911 turbo, the iconic one, would have been. Very, very nice looking car. I like the colour as well. Beyond this very, very cool looking silver, once again with a foot exhaust, is a Jägermeister BMW M3. This looks really good. I love that. Certainly has stance. Interesting front spoiler and downforce setup. Wow, look at the sills on there as well, next to the RX-8. I do like this era of BMW. Over here is a Ford Crown Victoria police car. Left-hand drive, of course, with all the police gear in it. You can't see it, but there's like a sort of keyboard and little computer there. All very cool. You see a surprising amount of these American police cars at modified car shows now. Police Department, City of New York, courtesy, professionalism, respect. Over here are some very, very nice cars. Sylvia here, next to an R33 Skyline, and later generation Sylvia. I think that's the S15 or S14, and that's the one before. I think that's like a G300, GS300, and then next to that is a wonderful looking Mark IV Super. That looks good on those wheels, doesn't it? I do like this one. It's one of the perhaps lesser modified ones, or more quietly modified, but it does look good, doesn't it? Next to that is a Toyota Chaser. They do have good sounding engines, these JDM cars of this era. Over here is more Chaser goodness in the form of this Drift-esque car, might even be a proper drift car.
Were they banded or are they just loose as well?
Another very, very smart R32 GTR. Super, super clean. This VW has a rally chopper on the roof. Beyond the R35 GTR, the newest addition to the family of GTRs is this. Well, it's Japanese definitely, but it's a pickup. I believe it's a Nissan of some sort. If you happen to know anything about any of these cars that I don't know that much about, because older cars are my thing, but I thought there might be a few interesting things here today. But anyway, yes, if you do know sort of anything that I don't about these cars, please do let me know in the comments section below. They're off now, doing something. I guess that's how you warm tyres. Oh, I think it's like an Ebisu type thing, where they get like started. Yeah, I think a person has to start them and they do some sort of tyre warming thing, one by one. I think that's the deal with it. They do sound good, don't they? This is only their first lap though, so I wouldn't imagine huge sideways action. We're going to go down to Cascades just down there because that's where the actual sliding is happening, I think. This is just the start. You can probably tell I've turned my microphone the correct way around now, so you can hear them properly and not me. As you can see, they start drifting around there, but we're in the wrong area. And also, absolutely everybody is going in that direction. We've all had the same idea.
Half right in the Just his little.
Cheers. What you seen or what?
You're going to want to